They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run.
Lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that's because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away. And incomplete.
That's the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is taken at the 15. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Back to Nwangu again on first down. And some room to maneuver. And a pretty good burst there. So get this across midfield and down to the 46. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 70 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So 3 points on the board is easy field goal that you're going to get. I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Play action. It's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 84 yards. And the Bears have moved out in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was after a chip shot field goal. Maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. On play action, Cousins. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet on? Yes. He's able to do a nice job tapping both of them down. Play fake. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Play action now. Cousins. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
First. Come on.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks it right back up. They get a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half. Taken from about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. They go play action. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a give running right. Nwangu down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Cousins dancing to his left. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And that one results in 35 yards. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
This is intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. On the give is Nwangu. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff here to Nwangu. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. I like that.
139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run with Nwangu. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Now it's Nwangu. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And his respective sidelines, we take a break. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead and pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw, Fields. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip, try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team, and try and get to the end zone that way.
And one last throw here for Fields. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball